News Talk 1440 WROK.
Good morning, everybody. Dave Schmidt along with Matt Nestor and producer Tom Warner. Let's get right into this. Springtime is here. High school baseball's in full gear. And we got the guy that's making a big buzz in the Nick 10 and in the state line. With us right now is Tyler Lass, Belvidere's main pitcher, and he's going to Northwestern next year to continue his college career. And Tyler, good to have you on today.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, you've had quite a start to the season. Every time I look around or see something even on Twitter, you're having a good game. Feeling pretty good this spring, huh?
Oh, yeah, thank you. It's been a good season so far. We've done some damage. We're getting some good wins out there, so I'm excited to see what we got the rest of this Nick 10 conference season we got.
What about the run you've been on right now? I know you've thrown a few no-hitters, and, I know that's not necessarily what you step on the mound to do. You take it more of a batter at a time, but, when you're in a zone like that, how does that feel when you're out there?
I'm really just focusing on making one pitch at a time, just trying to hit that one spot. But really, with the whole no-hitter thing, I never would have thought going into the season I'd be capable of really achieving something like that.
Have you had a run like that before, like in Little League or anything like that? Have you ever had a run like that where you just no-hit teams left and right like this?
No, this is my first solo no-hitter came with the second one against Genoa Kingston.
When you look at it last night, you had a tough game against Tononiga. I heard that went 11 innings. People are starting to find out about Belvidere has a pretty good baseball team, huh?
Oh, yeah, there was a couple times we had bases loaded. We won that game as a team, and we had bases loaded 2 times throughout the game, and we made some clutch plays throughout the inning. And, we just came through. We got the win. We had a quality start from Ryan McKnight, and Eric Morata came in through a couple solid innings, and they had me finish it off when we got the lead in the 11th.
You've been part of a kind of a resurgence in Belvidere baseball. I think a lot of people focus on the basketball program, what they've done over the last 5 years or so, but baseball's really, had a pretty good resurgence as well there. How does it feel to be a part of something like that?
Oh, it's really exciting. All around school, everyone's asking me when I'm going to be throwing next and when should they come to the game to see me pitch. And, it's just good to see that baseball is starting to get a name around Belvidere, and exciting to see what we got.
You're going to be playing in Northwestern, a really good educational school. It's a Big Ten school, and last couple of years, Indiana's done good. They went to the College World Series. Are you looking forward to getting some Big Ten experience? And by doing some things like this, I'm sure this puts you on the radar really big now.
Oh, I can't wait. It's something I've really been looking forward to since the day I committed. So.
When you look around the conference this year, I know Hononegah, Boylan, Harlem, Roy's always tough. I know East had a good year last year. How does the conference shape up this year?
Well, we're in a solid conference. Boylan's always going to be tough to beat. Hononegah's always tough to beat, and that's a really big win for us yesterday. So, it's just taking one game at a time. We're hoping to be in the top half of the conference, and I think we have a really good shot.
When you look at being up north like we are by the Wisconsin border, we have terrible weather sometimes during the spring. Has it been tough for you as a baseball pitcher to get motivated, or are you just glad when you do get out there?
Oh, every day is a great day for me to be on the mound. I'm always excited to be on the mound and, always getting that same mindset, always of being prepared for the game and really just going out there and trying to do what I do best.
You certainly don't want to look too far ahead in the season, but with a lot of, tough teams at the top in the conference, how much do you guys, kind of look at maybe sort of that regional and once you get in there, because you drop down, a class in regional play, how big is that for you, especially when you maybe play some of those teams in conference play?
Well, with the regionals, it's like, I don't know, we haven't had the success that we wanted to in the past, but this year I think we really I think we have a good shot at winning a regional, depending on how, if our bats start coming around, and we just keep playing team baseball.
We're talking with Tyler Lass, the ace for the Belvidere Buccaneers baseball team. And, when we look at all this stuff, when did you first start getting noticed? I was doing some homework, and you got noticed probably about your sophomore year. You started going to some camps, playing for some travel teams. Would you recommend that to kids if they really want to go to college, that they've got to really depend on some things during the off-season of high school sports to get into that next level?
Oh, yeah. I would say you need to keep playing baseball throughout the summer. High school is good and everything, but then once you get into the summer ball, there's always you go to a lot of different tournaments, and there's usually some other schools out there that you can get seen by. So,
you've played other sports there at Belvidere. Baseball is kind of what you're known for. That's what you signed for. But how much fun was it to, maybe get out on the basketball court or something like that and contribute with some of those other sports?
Oh, I love basketball. I mean, I didn't play my sophomore year, and that was one thing I really regret doing. I mean, basketball was just like another way of, expressing how I feel, and, I'm always a very emotional guy on the court, but, it was a good season. We had a good season this year, and the season I'll never forget.
I was going to say, it did always look like you were having fun, and you'd kind of express that out there. What is it about basketball, that really, that you really enjoy?
I don't know. It's a different game. It's a lot more fast-paced, and I don't know. It's just like you're out there, you're playing the game, and, just having fun, really.
I saw one of the scouting reports, they have you as your secondary position, third base. Are you playing any third base or any other position when you're not pitching then, Tyler?
Actually, I have not played infield for 2 years. For my travel team, I only pitch, so I haven't really even hit or done anything in the field. Only in high school. I mean, I'll play right field usually.
So they're going to have to update that prospect on you, aren't they? That list.
Yep.
What about the hitting? I know that you concentrate on pitching and all that, but how's the bat going for you?
So far I'm hitting a lot better than I have last year. I mean, I've put in quite a bit of work in the cages and everything, trying to help out my team, when I can. So,
what's been the biggest difference for you, coming from, last season and the off season and coming into this year? You said your first no-hitter was this year. What's been some of the biggest difference? What have you really worked on?
Well, the first thing I'd say was last year, I mean, I wasn't really healthy. I mean, I had some arm issues last season, but, this year, me staying healthy has really made all the difference, and I've been developing my arm strength and everything and staying loose, so, that's really been my main difference from last year to this year.
What's your best pitch right now, Ryan? What's working for you? I mean, yeah.
Tyler,
I was thinking something else. What's your best pitch right now? What are you counting on, Tyler, to get you through a game sometimes?
Well, really, it's my fastball. I really focus on spotting my fastball where I can, and, occasionally mixing a slider or change it, throw the batter's eyes off, but I love to strike out people with my fastball.
What's your fastball going right now? I know they had you listed at maybe the low 90s. You still hitting that part of it?
It's hard to say. I haven't been on a gun since last summer, but I'd say there's times where I'll heat it up when I have to. So,
how much fun is it as a pitcher? I always like watching when a pitcher can just freeze somebody with that curveball or that changeup because the batter's not expecting it. Have you had a memorable strikeout like that? And is it hard not to laugh when you do something like that?
I mean, I've had some strikeouts like that. I mean, but I don't know. I just move right on to I'm so focused when I'm out there, I move right on to the next guy, and it's like, I just got to keep going, keep trying to hit that one spot. I'm locked in. So.
Also, now that everybody kind of knows you can throw a no-hitter once in a while and you're pitching real well, they've been trying to bunt on you a little bit more this season?
Actually, surprisingly, no. I don't think anyone's really tried to lay down a bunt on me. I mean, I'm kind of surprised by that. Usually, like, I would expect somebody in that situation to just all of a sudden stick the bat out and try to beat out a bunt. That hasn't happened yet.
I know from basketball you're a pretty emotional player. When you guys when you get out there and close out a win, against Hononegah, a big one for the program, how excited were you out on the mound after that last out?
Oh, that's exciting. I mean, that was a really fun game to be a part of, and where they go in 11 innings, that's much longer than usually any Nick 10 game will go. So it's a big win for us, and hopefully we can use this as like momentum to carry us through next week.
When you get into D1, they like you to play summer ball. They send you out to the summer leagues. Have they already told you what your plans are for the future at Northwestern, especially during the off season?
No, they haven't. Well, there's going to be a whole new coaching change over there. The coach, he's retiring after this year, so it's kind of unsure where I'm going to fall in their pitching rotations and everything, or whether I'm a reliever. I'm most likely to end up being a reliever starting out freshman year, but so it's going to be a little bit different. We'll see how it goes.
And What would you like to see happen to your baseball career? I know, Jake Smolinski from Boylan is now playing for the Texas Rangers, so a Nick 10 player can make it to the majors. What would be the fitting part of your career that you're looking forward to?
Well, getting drafted has always been my dream, and hopefully I can, if I do have that opportunity, I can end up, moving up in the ranks a little bit and maybe have a shot at going pro. But it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm willing to put in the work to see myself get to that level. So,
there are so many rounds in the baseball draft. Have you heard anything about maybe getting drafted out of high school or anything like that? I know a lot of kids get drafted and still go to college, but at least get your name out there. Have you heard anything like that?
No, I haven't really heard much about anything like that. I mean, I'm still planning on going to college next year, and if I do have that opportunity, I'll be really thankful that I do have it, but so far I haven't heard anything like that.
Before we let you go, Tyler, what are you going to major in at Northwestern? I mean, that's a great school. You put on your resume that you went to Northwestern. That helps out a whole bunch.
I'm going to be majoring something in, somewhere along the business area of things. I'm not exactly sure yet, but...
Do you have a lot of purple at your house now? I mean, you already got purple with Belvidere, so now you got purple with Northwestern. I guess that's your favorite color, huh?
Oh, yeah, I got a closet full of purple. So.
There you go. Hey, Tyler, thanks so much for getting up early. You guys playing today at all?
No, we're just practicing today. Our next game is Monday, home against Harlem. So
great. Nick 10 game, right?
Yep.
Okay, thanks so much, Tyler, for being on today, and I appreciate it. And good luck. We'll keep an eye on you next season, okay?
Yep, thanks for having me on, guys.
You bet. We've been talking with Tyler Lass from Belvidere. 6'3", 190 pounds, and he kind of throws from the side, yeah. I understand.
He's a great player, great pitcher, and it's good to see somebody. Again, we focus on sometimes the football and the basketball. Good to see a baseball player going, to a Big Ten school like that, and he's had a great career, and he's going to continue it here through the end of the year, and hopefully he can do some big things going forward. And we talk about coaching changes. He's going to have a new coach. You don't know who it is yet. So. Yeah, that's. Well, I wonder. He didn't say that they didn't know who it was. He just said he didn't know where he was going to fall in the series. So, I don't know if they've have. Usually when somebody's going to retire and they've announced that, they kind of have a succession plan in place, to say, okay, this guy's going to take over after he's gone. And Northwestern is doing a new baseball facility. They're upgrading that, so that's going to be really nice there. And I do know, having been associated with some summer baseball leagues where they bring in kids from all over the country, they like you to get 50, 60 games in during the summer. They'll play also. By the time it's all said and done, by the time they play their college season or even the high school season, at his age, and then play all the summer, they're not too far from, what they play at the major league level. No. I mean, they'll fit 100, 110 games in when you count everything up, at the end of it all. They'll get 100 games in when it's all said and done. I bet you it's fun for the coach to put in that starting lineup. Pitching today, Tyler Lass. I bet that makes him smile. I had a coworker a couple of years ago that his son was one of the better players in the area. They've moved since, but he was 10, 11 years old. really good player. But so he played on like two different travel teams, and then played in a boys club league, and then a league at another place. Yep. And we were kind of adding it up one day at work, and he was going to end up playing like 110 games. Yeah, he needs a new agent. Exactly. We're going to take a time out. We'll wrap up the State Line Sports Hour here in just a moment on News Talk 1440 WROK.
Live on Sunday night, it's